Greetings, class. It's Reverend Dr. J. It's been a while since I've been able to do a philosophical insert to the YouTube channel for the Academy. However, by the grace of the gods, here we are, right? Indeed. From the last time of the insert that I left off in haven't been able to follow through, um, as many know, um, I had a ascended master ascend. It's been a year since the spiritual general of balance reclaimed their balance, and in doing so, it put them back in alignment spiritually and in balance. This state of an immortal is being ever present, not past, not future, in the now, in the present, ever present is the state of an immortal God. And I'd like to send blessings to all the ascended masters that are here spiritually with me. And thank you all for being with me, ever present. Yes, up top. Yes. Moving forward, the topic for Philosophy 20 class is going to be over the ascended masters. Yes. And this is one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, right? But this is one of my absolute favorites. I've been holding back and had been held back due to the spiritual battle that we're all against in our own spiritual journeys and paths. Here we are to still have a way to uh, teach. I'm so grateful and leave this message for future ascended masters that wake up and they feel like they're by themselves and they feel alone or exiled and not understood by many. Um, the teachings outside of my flaws or mistakes that will soon be forgotten, right? Surely all ascended masters are forgiven for the ways of the flesh, and spiritually, we are always accountable in the present. Up top, yes. That this will be the structure and a sense of belonging and family. If the ascended masters that are still here are not yet awakened, they run across my teachings. It will be something that will always welcome them with open arms as a place to be in the duality of balance. Light and dark, yes. Okay, here we are. So, one of my favorite topics is going to be about the Ascended Masters. We're going to start with the lineage of Melchizedek. And Melchizedek is known to be a mysterious figure in the Holy Bible text in Scripture. High priest. And with no known mother, no mother, no father, and no real origin for beginning. No origin for beginning or an ending. Melchizedek, high priest. This here is what we like to call a direct lineage of ascended masters, and how far this goes back, which of course immortal state in eons. It's just the concept, just to even just wrap your mind around the concept of how far this goes. But it is past eons. Um, Melchizedek, high priest, is in the lineage of ascended masters. We've got that, right? No mother, no father, no real origin of beginning or end, and mentioned in the Holy Bible, in the Holy Text, correct? Yes. And they would say, Melchizedek is one of the great mysteries. Mystery of the Bible. I've been, before reawakening, remembering that I'm an ascended master in the flesh. I am not the flesh or the ways of the flesh, from within, not without, right? I was always fascinated with this, and reawakening, it's been explosive, right? This is a direct lineage of my family, of ascended masters, Melchizedek, right? This is my family, right? And all the ascended masters, all of one, source of one, right? Up top, yes. Okay. Now moving along, we're gonna have Enoch. Let's put Enoch in. Enoch, right? Walked with God, talked with God, spoke with God, and it was known that Enoch was taken up, right? Up top, Enoch was taken and did not, right? And that was considered did not die, right? Enoch didn't perish. He was taken up, right? Directly making them in the lineage of ascended masters. Let's get this up here. Okay, direct lineage of the ascended masters. And in doing so, with Enoch being taken up, Enoch was given a great uh, position. Of course, elevate. Ascended masters, you elevate. You want to go up the Seraphot scale, right? And so, such Enoch did. In doing so, Enoch had to be transformed, right? You know, because this is flesh. Ascended masters are not the flesh. They are the spirit body and not the physical flesh body. So Enoch had the body, did not die. With this flesh body, it had to be transformed into the spiritual body. Hence, all ascended masters are of a spiritual body, right? That's how you know, is you actually have a spirit, you have a soul, right? It's ever present. It's ever present. It's immortal. It's eternal. It cannot perish. Up top. That's right. Now, moving right along. After being taken up, it's also known here, right here, Metatron. Up top, baby. Yeah, Metatron. Enoch and Metatron go hand in hand. From the flesh body of Enoch to the spiritual body of an ascended master to Metatron. You see the transformation and the transfiguration process here? You know, I'm trying to, yeah, where everyone can keep up, right? Enoch goes from Enoch to Metatron to Scribe, you know, and these are all as far as the history, uh, religious based, theory based, philosophically based, as Metatron, a scribe, an angel, which all ascended masters, you know, they're many things, right? They can be many things. Angels are definitely one of them. Yeah, scribe, angel, Metatron. And where was Enoch? Walking with God, taken up to God, transformed and transfigured to be a scribe, an angel on high, right next to source of all. Right? That being said, we're going to move forward to the other ascended master, Jesus, Jesus, as you would like to reference, Emmanuel, you know, Yeshua, yeah, which is also an ascended master, right? Who was born, flesh body, right? And then we have the spirit, right? Body, which definitely makes the Christ an ascended master, the spirit within. You see, all these are spirits within, right? Indeed. That being said, there is something as far as the philosophical study that I want everyone to start to grasp as I've grew philosophically in my studies. I had to catch something, right? And when I caught it, it was like, ah, okay. You know, it was meant for it to be revealed to me. You know, I've gone over this and gone over this. And this is something that I want uh, my students and the persons for the academy to also grab and do their own personal studies and come with their own philosophical theories based. And this is going to be the infrastructure, the graft of mine to spiritually alley oop. Okay, here we go. Melchizedek, high priest. Jesus considered high priest. Correct? Enoch, in order to walk with God and become with God and not die, this puts you on a high priest level. In this transformation of from Enoch to Metatron, in order to be in the spirit body, to be in the Seraphat scale of 13, right? Meaning outside of this physical realm where flesh is ruled. Spirit body up top ruled. It brings you out. You see? Jesus, what did Jesus also do from the crucifixion? Right? From the crucifixion, what did the Christ go through? See, Enoch didn't die. The Christ was crucified, died, and then rose, right? And was also transfigured. You see, the changes that one has to go through in order to get from the flesh body back to the spiritual body. It's a must. Change is a must. Transforming is a must. Now, I'm going easy on everybody and where I'm at with it. However, it's greater and it's deeper than this. Of course, how great? It's this great. If you have my philosophical theory goes in as such as this. Enoch, Metatron, and the Christ are the same spirit. This is the same spirit. Different bodies, whether flesh body or spiritual body, right? These are the same spirits of the same ascended master. You have to look at it. Enoch walked, didn't perish, brought up, transfigured into Metatron, a scribe, an angel, and here it is. Jesus is born, which is the spirit, which is also in this. Enoch also had a spirit, right? Still having to come down, inhabit the seed of the flesh to be born with the spirit of Enoch, Metatron, and the Christ all in one. This is descending and ascending like a wave, like this. See? And we're like, well, how could Enoch How could Melchizedek have no beginning, no ending, no father, no mother, but is mentioned in the Bible as a high priest? How? You know, where did he come from? Or who are they? Right? You know, when you come up with the concept that they're all the same, yes, meaning life and death did not completely surpass. The transfiguration had to be purified in the sense that the sacrifice was so pure. If Enoch was without any blemish and was taken up, transfigured, made an angel, sat on the right hand side of the source, well, who else could have been the Son of God? If Metatron was sitting on the right side of this one source of all, which is God, this was Enoch that transformed to Metatron. And from Metatron, the Christ. Because who else? There's no one else that could have sat beside the source of one of all that wasn't in the purest state of ascension and put in that position. And what else could have been brought back as a sacrifice outside of what that would be God choosing? Why wouldn't God choose Enoch as the, the sacrifice to for the cleansing of the sins of the flesh? Why not choose Enoch? Enoch was so pure while inhabiting the spirit body in the flesh with all those temptations and still was able to withhold themselves for so long, right? That takes a certain kind of strength, right? And by doing so, Enoch was lifted up. So why not use Enoch as the sacrifice instead of Yeshua? Who would be more pure as the sacrifice, the Son of God or Enoch? But that's the thing. They are the same. Enoch is the Son of God. So is Yeshua. Metatron is just the spiritual body, spiritual name outside of what man perceives. You see, like, okay, you can see Enoch, we'd be able to see him. The Christ, we would be able to see him, right? But Metatron, this is something you cannot see unless you are looking through the eyes of a spiritual body or spiritual eye. You would be able to see Metatron. See, the things that you believing without seeing. That's the spiritual realm, like Yeshua spoke of. But this is what my philosophical theory has grown to in accordance to the ascended masters. See, that Enoch is Metatron, Metatron is Yeshua. They both went through a transformation. They both inhabited a physical body. They both have inhabited a spiritual body from the transformation, going from one state to the other, and being also giving the right to elevate is of an ascended master's level. up top. You're like, well, what's going on, Reverend Dr. J? It's the holding back in the humility of the subject because it goes further and deeper than this also. See, you know, and high priest Melchizedek, Yeshua, they're like, oh, Jesus, Son of God, high priest, you know. And it's a greater question that's involved. But I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna start from here.